Okay, this is Bill on Friday afternoon. And there's me at 17. Okay. I wanted to just shed some light on what's been going on the past couple of weeks, all the talk in the news about the pandemic and where that leads me in particular, and there'll be another video behind this. Basically, we come down to we've got three tools in our toolkit to get this under control. One is is vaccination, and we've heard some moderately good news about Johnson & Johnson today, and I'm wondering why we don't get off our butts and get AstraZeneca, why we can't use the UK results. I know there are procedural reasons, and then there's another one, Novavax. There might be a couple more coming, but and the mRNA vaccines are a little bit more effective, it seems like, than the three newer ones. And there's some concern about their handling the variant strains, especially South Africa and Brazil. And we're concerned about the fact that the variants could get a hold of ahead of the vaccines and make the vaccination program much less effective. If you look at the Johns Hopkins, chart, for example, on the United States, what you'll see is that indeed we've crested about 10 days ago, and we're on the way down. But if you just look at the very end, there's a wobble, and right now, the last couple of days, it's wobbled back up. And if you look at the UK, which is, and you have to wait for this chart to reconnect. It doesn't seem to want to. Okay, now it's reconnecting. If you look at the UK, and I wish it would, it's really slow. But if you look at the UK, it shows something similar, and it shows that about, there it is. Well, it shows that it's coming down gradually from a peak. It's not quite what I remember from the last time I looked at it. But anyway, if you look at the UK, it looks like the lockdown is working. I wonder how well all the vaccination is working there. Osterholm, Professor Osterholm at the University of Minnesota in Minneapolis warned that we could see a super surge in the next 6 to 14 weeks, and we might see panics the likes that we've never seen before if these variants start spreading rapidly and exponentiating and winding up in the hospital. And the British one seems to be a little more virulent. It's not definitely certain yet. So we could face one more period of possibly a very severe lockdown. Now, my own particular take on it is maybe the variants are already here and they've been here a long time, and that the numbers that we're seeing, with fortunately finally a decline in the past 10 days or so of new cases, maybe that includes the effect of some spread already of these faster, more contagious variants. That's what I kind of think myself might be going on. So maybe we are over the worst of the humps, but that's what I would be concerned about. The other thing, of course, is that, as I wrote yesterday, there's been some talk that if we could get people to actually wear very high quality masks, the N95 masks particularly, or clones of them, variations of them, if we get everybody wearing them, we could bring the epidemic under control in a few weeks, even in the United States, even without the vaccines. And then, of course, there is the issue of doing rapid tests, having people do tests at home, kind of like blood sugar for diabetes, doing them every 2 or 3 days, having it on your phone with an automated contact tracing, and then you could go into a business or a bar or anything if were clear, and these tests would be based on infectiousness, not just simply the presence of the virus. And it's basically professors at Harvard or a doctor, I forget it, a doctor, Karan, right, at Harvard, and Dr. Mina at Harvard. Karan is talking about the masking issue, and Mina is talking, of course, about the rapid tests. But we're at a critical point that if these don't work, and if this does get out of control, we really could face a lockdown period like the likes of which we've never seen, which could really destroy a lot of things for good. I mean, I'm not real optimistic that the life we had before with with discos and bars and a lot of travel, hopping on a plane that anytime you wanted to, the independence we've had, the personal agency, the personal autonomy, is going to come back anytime soon. I think this is going to be a lot longer, and it may not come back fully. It may be a much more life that is centered much more on localism, which is ironic because right now you want to be alone. But it may be a life that is much more tribal in the future than anything I'm very interested in being part of. A severe lockdown might shut down parts of the internet, in my opinion. It might shut down sites even like mine, because mine aren't necessary to make a living. They're essentially gratuitous. And that's something I've been very concerned about. I'm going to talk about in the next video. But that's where we are. I'm hoping that what we're seeing in the numbers now already reflects that the variants have been here for a while, particularly in California, which, even though the winters aren't that cold there, exploded with cases out of even worse than other parts of the country this past winter. So that's what I'm hoping.